really speaking, content is pretty simple. I have it broken down into top funnel, mid funnel, and bottom funnel, right? We're all familiar with this. I intentionally exploded the top funnel because, like I said, it's 99% of the content that you should be creating. Your website is probably like the only bottom funnel content, like some service pages and like a contact us page or whatever that looks like. Your entire focus should be on creating top funnel content. I'm going to push you all to do video. I'm going to tell you to do video. You can do it. I don't care how bad you think you are on camera. I was once there myself. If you go to my YouTube channel and scroll back 14 years, you're going to see some pretty bad stuff. But just like anything in life and business, the more you do it, the better you get. And it takes time, it takes patience, and the ones that break through are the ones that are willing to keep doing it. But that's really what it is, problem-solving content. My main focus is always on like a 12 to 14-minute video. We call it a VSL. I'm gonna be giving that to you as a part of this process as well. But the beautiful thing about this is that once you get good at this, basically every video that I put out is now a VSL, right? So like every single video that I put on our YouTube channel can be used in an ad funnel. It can be used and turned into a blog post. It can be advertised directly to and generate leads directly off of it, because when you understand who you're talking to and you're actually offering advice and solving problems and you're following a very easy to follow format, Problem-Agitation-Solution, we're going to talk about that. You just got to focus on getting more people to watch it. The more people that see it, the more opportunities that you're going to have. And that's when things really start to open up, because you realize it's not that complicated. It's really just a matter of communicating your message to your target audience. So mid funnel too, it's like a VSL because we just run a lot of targeted ad traffic to it. And then the bottom funnel is just your offer. Right? Like, how are you going to take people from interested in marketing to booking a call with you? So you all know about our traffic projection analysis. We ran that for a very long time. We call it a law firm lead generation roadmap. It's basically just the SEO analysis that we have. We do like a local analysis, and this is where my sales admin helps me out. And that's it, that's content. And then we just push that into promotion. The main difference is a VSL at the level I'm at now is very specifically created for advertising funnel purposes, meaning we're running it to a landing page with an email opt-in, then they watch the video. At the level of content that you need to create, technically not everything is gonna be at the same, like a VSL is like your right hook video. This is how I solve my client's problem. Our VSL that we're currently running right now, Jan, if I'm not mistaken, is like a local SEO VSL, where I break down essentially a lot of things I talked to you about here for lawyers. I'm like, if I take your keyword right now and Google it, this is what I see. I see ads, I see LSAs, I see like traditional SEO all the way down to the bottom. And by the way, you're paying that agency 20 grand a month to do stuff that doesn't work anymore. Like, I can charge you 5 grand a month to put you in the Maps pack, and I have data that shows you right here that 50% of leads come from the Maps pack. We need to get more people watching the videos. I don't care about getting emails. I don't care about making offers. I need people to see this, because the more people see this, it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touch points. All of a sudden they're seeing me all over their feeds. They're like, I gotta talk to this asshole. Even just to get them off my feed, I gotta talk to them, you know? And then they're showing up for the calls. And I ask them too, I'm like, how did you find us? I don't know, I saw an ad or I saw one of your videos. What's happening with the internet now? It's not a funnel, it's an ecosystem. The way that the internet works right now is that there's no connection from cookies anymore. Cookies are kind of dying. But if they see a YouTube video of yours, they're done. They're gonna get them a Facebook ad from me. Then they're probably gonna see a TikTok from me if they go on. Then they might see an organic Instagram reel. Like, everything's connected to our phones. When somebody shows a certain level of interest, our phones know. All these platforms, they know. They start serving your content. And that's why this is so important too. I'm gonna teach you how to build this content and then distribute it across. I don't like to call it the Gary Vee model because he doesn't understand the context. What remains true is that, like, we need to get short video content on Instagram and TikTok for you. Like, we need to get short copy on LinkedIn for you. We need to get 1 video per week for you on YouTube that's 8 minutes long, tackling a problem. You know what I mean? All these different things, because in this space, what's beautiful about this, it's not a volume game. Like e-commerce, you need a ton of volume to make money, like millions of visits a month to make money. In this, when you're selling something that's 5, 10, 15 grand a month, I don't need 50 sales calls. I need like 8 to 10 really good ones, you know, and I'll close half of them. And that's, my business is growing exponentially because of that. So it's not a volume game in terms of like, I don't need 1 million people to see this video, but you know, 50, 100, 200 people seeing a video, standard conversion rate's like 3%. The more of those videos that you have out there, the more opportunity at bats that you're gonna get. And that also compounds for you on a sales point when I talk about leverage, right? Like, I don't get on all these sales calls. I see it booked, I review their website and I send them an email. I'm like, no, like, it's not happening. Like, we're not interested in working with you, you know? So let's get into the promotion side of it. So how many people are familiar with the owned, earned, paid marketing framework? So owned, earned, paid is essentially just a way to classify the different promotion techniques. So owned channels would be things that you own, like website, social media channels, email lists, right? Things that you own the direct communication for that you can push out communication at any time. The goal is always to grow those own channels, grow your social followers, grow your email list, grow your website visits, etc. Channels is gonna be SEO. SEO and PR and like social mentions, right, are gonna be like earned channels. That's visibility that you're earning. And then paid, pretty straightforward. Facebook ads, PPC ads, any sort of paid traffic that you're gonna run. When I do consulting, I literally just use this framework. This is how I determine the marketing mix, and I just use this own to earn paid framework. So again, when you're thinking about either maybe expanding on your SEO offer, this is a very, very simple framework that applies to every single business that will help you determine what the proper marketing channel should be when you're building marketing campaigns. So I've done this for you for agencies, right? So let's talk about the own channel. Again, you don't have to be on every single social media platform. It really just depends where your target client is hanging out. I post on LinkedIn. I post on LinkedIn actually more for blueprint stuff. If you're selling to marketers, like LinkedIn is the place to be because it's pretty much all marketers. So just understand where your audience is. If I were going to tell you, I would say probably Instagram is it's like always a safe bet that like pretty much everyone is on Instagram and checking it quite frequently. Instagram and Facebook, I kind of book them in the same one because if you post on one, you're posting on the other pretty much. This is also pretty good if you're selling, like depending on who you're selling to, but you don't have to overdo social media. The good thing about this strategy is that it's kind of a catch-all strategy, right? Like if you're creating short video content, then you've got YouTube Shorts, you've got TikTok, you've got Instagram Reels, and you've got Facebook, and even kind of LinkedIn all taken care of with that one asset. You just need different levels of copy depending on where you're posting. LinkedIn requires a little bit more long form copy, YouTube Shorts, TikTok. I have mixed feelings about email because as a old school internet marketer who's been doing this for a very long time, you know, I was brought up on the T that the money's in the list. You know, back in the day, the goal was to build an email list and then sell stuff to your email list, right? Affiliate offers, products, whatever that was. We all know that email deliverability rates have gone down, but it still remains a channel that people check multiple times per day. Getting into their inbox can be more and more challenging. Growing an email list of your target audience is never a bad idea. And I'll tell you again, like I said, we have a 50,000 person email list here at the Blueprints All Agencies. It doesn't really make any money for us. You know, like we send out emails and like we get a couple of, it's like very underwhelming. I got 2 emails this past week from people that were on our email list from sending out and promoting content that wanted to book a call. When it's hyper targeted, it can work. It's just not nearly as much of a focus. But it's easy to build because it's one of those things you can kind of build in the background. It doesn't have to be an active thing. It's more of a passive thing of building an email list, especially if you're running a VSL and you're running paid traffic on Facebook. It kind of just grows on autopilot for us because if you want to watch our VSL video, you have to put your email and then we have you on an email sequence and then I have you on a newsletter where I'm just promoting content. Earn search. Glad I didn't do this a couple months ago because I basically ripped down all the content off our website and have been building it back from the ground up because I was kind of down on SEO for generating leads here because of the fact that, like I said, we've ranked for Miami SEO. We've ranked for a bunch of like agency terms and it didn't really produce fruit. But then I realized when you publish the right type of content, like long form blog content, it's actually pretty effective at generating leads. And again, what this system is great with is because when I run you through like the full life cycle, basically the system that I'm gonna give you is like you create one thing. You focus on creating one topic, you create one video, and then the magic of contractors and people help you to create that for multiple platforms and push it out. I've gotten back into link building over the last 3 months. I'm so shocked at how well it's worked. Like our website traffic is spiked. We have a very authoritative domain, but like I said, I literally went through and ripped down all the SEO content and I've rebuilt it from scratch for all legal content. So, you know, legal SEO, legal marketing stuff. We've been building some links, probably like $500 a month, just buying links, and it's from really, really high quality websites, and the rankings have shot up. I'm like eating my own stuff. It's always good to catch me at later time. And then finally, meta ads, right? Paid, you can do PPC ads if you really, really want to, but again, like I know Chris Dreyer at Rankings runs a lot of PPC ads, but he's got a 5-person sales team that's chasing these people down, calling them up. The beautiful thing about meta is that it allows you to attack people at the top of the funnel and at the problem level. What that means is that I'm getting to these lawyers before they've made a decision to go to Google and search for other agencies, which means they're not talking to other agencies. They're talking to me. So with the content that I'm going to teach you how to create, this becomes a very seamless framework. A lot of people ask me how I create content for my YouTube channel, Weber's YouTube channel, Blueprint YouTube channel, and I'm like, it's easy. I'm on Zoom calls all day anyways, right? Like I might as well record these and turn these into content in some way, shape, or form. So this doesn't really take much more time aside from the content planning purposes than I already do. I go to a studio now and film some content too, but you don't have to. So essentially you can kind of see now how content is a glue between all this. You take one content topic idea, one video, and then I'm going to show you how we can distribute that into all these different platforms. And you might be intimidated by Facebook ads. You might say, I don't have the money for it. I don't have the budget for it. You don't have to spend that much, man. You really don't. Again, go back to this concept of you have something to say to your target audience. They need to see you as an authority, right? You create the content. We're just using Facebook to cut the line. We're using it to bump it up on the feeds, right? You're posting it organically. Wouldn't you be willing to pay a little bit more for your target audience to see it? 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. We don't spend that much. I think, yeah, what do we spend? Like 10,000 bucks a month on Facebook ads? Like for Weber's, it's less than that. Like it's not a lot. And it generates tens of thousands in revenue for us every single month. And I don't look at it like a direct ROAS, like, hey, I spent 5,000. I need to make $10,000 or I'm not profitable. Because again, it's an ecosystem, right? The advertising of getting your name, your face, your messaging out there is building equity in your business, right? It's building you into an authority over time.
Hey, Ryan here. Hope you liked that video. If you want more, check out these two videos right here on the screen.